What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, man? Nieces and nephews, kinfolks and cousins. What's going on, man? Your godfather is back in the house. And the house is, of course, packed. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Oh, my God. I'm glad to see you guys back. I also have a question for Instagram. I've already put it out on YouTube. Candle of the Evening, Hotel Edition. Fragrance of the Evening, Rosia Dove, Qatar. Qatar. This is dope, brothers. This the one. This right here. This that stuff. They'd be like, ooh. Think about when when strippers with that 1%, the Gucci, Viva La Juicy. You know how you feel after you had about 2 shots of Henny in you, and you're at the strip club and you on her. This has that effect on women. So here's the thing. Here's what it is. Who is this? All right. Boop. Okie dokie. So, here's what we do. All right. Big Shirley, how you doing? Shirley, I'm giving Shirley a little bit of a break. Not really.
She belongs to the streets.
What's going on? But serious question. Okay. As I get ready to go to Miami next week, you guys are going to love the content in Miami. I'm going to be sitting down with when I tell you I'll be sitting down with some women next week that are going to have your jaw on the ground. We're talking about beauty. We're talking about brains. We're talking about business. The kind of women that you as a man would be like, yeah. Because no matter what my critics and detractors say about me, you've been with me long enough, you know I'm trying to get something accomplished. We're trying to get the bonds thing accomplished. So to that end, 2022, self-awareness is sexy. We know that part. The next part, separation. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to separate in order to achieve escape velocity, to get what you want out of life. You can separate, meaning detach with love. That don't mean cut yourself off, sell out. It just means you gotta get some distance between you and there, because you gotta get where you gotta go. That's what the leader of the pack does. And the last part, balance. A life that's beneficial, affirming, liberating, activating, nourishing, collaborative, and enthusiastic. I'll be teaching an entire broadcast on that. That balance thing is what's so important. But I am not above criticism. This is why from time to time I'll have smoke shows when I ask my critics and detractors to come up and actually tell me what I'm getting wrong, what I could be doing better. But I also realize that I know what I think. I know what the guys think. But what we think, what we believe, what we can prove, there's one thing about being right. And then there's something else about getting shit done. I don't want to be right and not get shit done. What I learned early on in my life is sometimes you have to settle with being correct instead of right. Sometimes you have to give a little bit to gain. So, and to that end, that is the only way you're going to be able to collaborate with people who think differently than you, who have different platforms and followers. So when I sat down with Nicki Minaj, I thought that was an excellent conversation. I sat down with a married woman, a mother, a woman, from what I understand, prior to Nicki Minaj, the woman that had the most impact on rap was Lil' Kim. And arguably you could say Foxy Brown, and it's like, but when I talk to people, I talk to people. I don't talk to brands. And you've heard me say it before, I reflect energy. But there are people who follow women I'm going to be talking to who we have different audiences. I'm not going to sit down with people who are going to just be, Do y'all want to see this interview? Do y'all want to see me go around the country and sit in a room with a woman who just says yes, 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 whatever, yes, 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 cosign, ditto. You flip off that video like this. Just like you wouldn't want to have a bunch of guys who are just saying yes, yes, yes. You got to end up engaging people to where you can come to common ground. And even if you don't agree, have some sort of understanding. So to that extent, I'm not above being, I don't think I have all the answers. Even though I may talk like it sometimes, I'm just passionate about what I say. But I know I don't have all the answers. So to that end, I asked the ladies online, I asked this question. Ladies, what is the right message for today's women? And the spirit in which I'm asking that question is not a trick question. I've been told that, Kevin, you have the right message but the wrong tone. And to that end, I've said, okay, well, whose tone is better? And to that degree, and to that end, I've been told the name that came up most often was Dr. Umar Johnson. Shout out to you. Okay. I've been told that what I say is a little bit hard to hear. All right, but it's usually about tone. But what I haven't heard is what's a better message. Because one thing that I can say without a shadow of a doubt, and I have a daughter myself, what is the right message for women today? Because as a man who does this, I'm seeing the conflicting messages that women are getting. You're getting one message from your family, another message from the culture, another from your friend group, another from social media, depending upon what you watch, and there's no consistent through line. And unfortunately for women, I didn't make it this way, but women have to have the bigger parts of their lives figured out sooner than us men. Men have three different sections of life: 0 to 29, 30 to 45, and 45 plus. Women have to get the larger chunks of things together between now and 35. So I want to ask you ladies, not who, but what is the right message for women today? We've heard focus on yourself, don't worry about these men. We've heard strong, independent, don't need no man. We've heard go to school, get your degree, get yourself together. Then what is the right message for most women? I'm not talking about women who are in the upper echelon, who have opportunities that most people don't have. So here's what I need you ladies to tell me. What do you think the right message is for women today? Here we go. Ladies only.